Hey guys, it's Mr. Mummy. It's Wednesday, May 13th. I'm coming to you from Dayton, Ohio again. This is the Laurence Dunbar house. I'm about a half mile from where I was on Monday filming. This is in the same neighborhood that the Wright brothers grew up in. But this was the house that Laurence Dunbar, who is a famous poet, author, and playwright, lived. And he went to a school just down the road called Dayton Central High School, and he was actually friends with Orville Wright. Laurence Dunbar's got a really interesting story. His mom and dad were both slaves in Kentucky, and his mom was set free by her owner, and her dad, and Laurence Dunbar's dad, was not set free by the owner, so he actually escaped slavery and came across the Ohio River with some abolitionists, and he ended up joining the Union Army, which was the Northern Army fighting against slavery, and he fought in the Civil War, and eventually he was reunited with his wife, and he had several children, including Laurence Dunbar. Now, Laurence, his parents didn't know how to read and write, so his mom learned how to write so she could teach Paul how to read and write. And when he learned to read and write, he became a really good student, and by the time he was 6, he had written his first story and his first poem. And by the time he was 9, your age, he had actually done some reciting of his poetry. He became a leader in his school. Even though he was the only African American at his school, he was very well liked, and a lot of people respected him for his academic abilities. When he graduated, he couldn't find a very good job, so he actually became an elevator operator, which is a guy who stands and pushes the buttons on an elevator. And eventually he saved up enough money to buy this house for his parents and his mom and dad and his sisters, and he lived here, and he actually died in this house in 1906. But he went on to write lots of plays, lots of stories. He became very good friends in high school with Orville Wright, and Orville helped him get a job in Washington, D.C. at the Library of Congress, where his academic career and his writing career really took off. So kind of a cool story, but this is in the very same neighborhood as the Wright brothers. So very cool stuff. All right, 2 assignments for today. This will be your last assignment of the year pretty much as far as schoolwork goes. You're going to do an inference page. You're going to read some situations, and you are going to use your background knowledge, and you're going to use some text clues to figure out what the inference is that the author's making. Then you guys are going to read 4 different kinds of graphs. You're going to read a bar chart, a map, a circle graph, and then a different type of chart about heartbeats, and you're going to have to read those charts to answer some questions. All right, this is it. I hope everybody can get their work done, and that'll be it, and we'll have lots of fun the last week of school next week. We will see you soon. Bye.